once accompanied President Kibaki on a state visit to the US, and the then President of the United States of America was George Bush Jr. And we actually went to the Oval Office, and President George Bush in that meeting brought out the issue of the Dominion Group of companies. And he wanted things done precisely. There's not supposed to be any holdup in the clearance of Dominion goods out of the port of Mombasa, because a report reaching the White House then was there some clogging. And that is a Dominion Group of companies that our late brother, Reverend King Yagudi, was involved in. You can imagine the type of heavy lifting from the White House. By the time we are back in Kenya, a lot of things are happening.
A man who centered his life to help the young people who did not have. And I'm very confident that Victor here and the other siblings will take over what the father had not finished. Will finish it. Thank you.
To be out of serious order, out of order. Thank you.
I normally say very few words because these are religions. We have walked the journey together. Unfortunately, when Ken was taken ill, I was in the United States. The only way I could communicate with out there was Robert. And we did well. His Excellency, former members of Parliament had been with the little they had, they sacrificed a lot. Okay. And they did. I did know that we didn't take care of them, but with their help, we managed to put Ken together, do everything together under the leadership. Thank you. And that's all.
Brother Eric, thank you so much. Why don't we give it to I think we pronounce it Calvin, right? Mama Faith, just come. Just come. It's a very special sister. She is the wife to my friend, and a very close friend. Find time as much as you can to really visit with the meaning of all this on our behalf and give us a report what she's doing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I once accompanied President Kibaki on a state visit to the US, and the then President of the United States of America was George Bush Jr. And we actually went to the Oval Office, and President George Bush in that meeting brought out the issue of the Dominion Group of companies. And he wanted things done precisely. There's not supposed to be any holdup in the clearance of Dominion goods out of the port of Mombasa, because a report reaching the White House then was there some clogging. And that is the Dominion Group of companies that our late brother, Reverend King Yagudi, was involved in. You can imagine the type of heavy lifting from the White House. By the time we are back in Kenya, a lot of things are happening. Reverend Carl Burgess, and that project moved on. I'm told that not marches from our sister Winnie clogging, and even worse, even what Cain was trying to do to lead the people of Siaya through the Yellowstone reinvigoration in making it like a place to grow a lot of stuff, including rice. Even that started, and I'm told that group has since moved to Uganda and to other places. But we must remember Cain's innovation, the spirit of innovation, heavy lifting. According my son, according his dad, and so looking at the photocopy, I think it's me who called this young man a photocopy when I went to see Winnie. You guys have to stay and help your mom. But she's so strong. The best singer I've listened to in recent past. And our tribute to our best friend is so powerful. In fact, I think really you're talking to us more than us talking to you. But you know, after this, we're heavy. And we know the responsibilities that are ahead of you. Victor Swanya is and he's given me a detailed brief on the effect of corruption, even when it comes to helping this family. That story about Kenya Power and Lighting, how they would, day after day, they put in a transformer to try and help this family do some serious farming business, and the transformer kept on failing, the work of corruption. Well, we have to do this, okay? Victor, we have to do it because I know if that project succeeds, this young man will be able to complete university. This one is doing his medicine. He was not home when we were there, Jeremy. And this guy has to go back, I think, to the States. No, Ken went to study theology. And it reminds me of a story I once had of the then, he was not then, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. I remember my brother, because he lived in Minnesota, he used to then, the story about how the Greeks went to the United States and the slave drivers drove our people, our forefathers. So Jesse Jackson would say, he said of Michael Dukakis was of Greek origin, that your forefathers came to the States in immigrant ships. And his own forefathers, Jesse Jackson's forefathers, came to the United States in slave ships. And Ken went to study. They said whatever they were reading on ship, they were in the same boat. I want to say this. As Kenyans, as we know, honor our brother Ken Nagoli. I had time to work with him as Vice President. He was also a Member of Parliament. He did so much, particularly to support Agong. Even in terms of fundraising, he had the ability to fundraise for the ODM campaign in a manner that none of even the sitting and the prior members of Parliament, and I think I may be wrong, I don't think there's anybody with that capability. So I'm grateful that Agong was come up to help the family, and I spoke to him about this family. We may at this particular time look confused, but we know who we are, we know where we have come from, we know who our friends are. And Lunyans, when the chips are down, remember who we are and where we have come from. And let us support each other. Not politically, even the level of the family. That's why I'm so grateful to Raila, because I know he has went out of there, got the bill at Kenyatta National Hospital sorted out. And I told him, look at this matter again, of these claims by Kenya William. So even as he raised, he rests, would wish his children to live an affordable life. He wasn't a man who would have wished anybody ill, because that's what I'm saying. the God he served, and we've heard from our sister Caroline. Yeah, thank you for giving him that Bible, which he read through, eventually committing his life to Christ. At the end of everything, we have to face our Maker. And how we do it is the most important thing. By facing him, we will. So I pray that as we escort our brother Ken Nyagudi to his final resting place, that we remember the good, and that the Lord himself will remember mercy. We will remember mercy. Women, please stay strong. And these young men, hold on to your mom. Vanessa, God bless you. And all of you. You know, Ken's nephew is a good guy. Very good guy. So thank you once again. And we wish him well. May he rest eternally with his Maker. Amen.
Yeah, thank you so much, Excellency.